Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Kevin. This is Cocktails and Comics. Today, I'm going to have a cider, and I'm going to talk a little bit about comics with second printings and multiple printings. I was actually going to try to do a whole video on multiple printings and variant covers, but as I went through my own collection, I realized that I've got so many variant covers that I need to do. That's gonna be a whole nother video. That'll be like a video to do next week. So to get my drink going, get my drink on, this is Blake's hard cider. This is what's called triple jam. So they've got strawberry, blackberry, and raspberry kind of a blended in there with it. 6.5 alcohol. It's really good. It's really refreshing. It's gotten a little bit warmer just in the last day or two. So this is actually really needed. I'm playing around with my new tripod, so I apologize if everything's a little bit out of frame for me because I'm kind of working on the fly here. So Blake's Triple Jam, nice color to it. I mean, it looks refreshing. It is refreshing, and it's gluten-free. So those of you who aren't drinking beer, this to me is more, it's like a sweet wine. You don't want wine, you don't want beer, try a cider. All right, so real quick, I want to talk about some, the second multiple printings. So some books, like something like this, like the Spawn 309 with the gunslinger that was very popular. Like that almost immediately went to a second printing. And for books like that, I guess I get it because of the popularity of a character that maybe was unanticipated. And I think some of the independent comics that have low print runs anyway, so they're kind of guaranteed to sell out. And it was a cool cover. So for someone like me, I don't necessarily right now want to spend the money on trying to chase down the first printing, so I'm gonna get, like I said, it's a cool cover. I featured this on my Instagram page just yesterday. So I'm doing the 13 days of Halloween, so I'm featuring a scary movie and a scary comic book every day. And so by the time this video gets on YouTube, day 2 will have posted. But I had already posted Coffin Bound, which is a really good comic, and I really got to it late in the game. I just picked this up like this week. It is a second printing. This was because of Robbie at Pop Culture Philosophers. So thank you, Robbie. You're probably one of my top 5. Well, you're top 5, maybe top 3 of who I watch to kind of get my ideas of what I want to try to look at as far as collecting. Really interesting story. So this was very well recommended, and it is a really good book. So I do recommend this one. And second printing, I think, on this one was very recommended too because of the print run. And then this was the last issue of The Walking Dead. I'm sure that, well, at the time they didn't tell anybody this was the last issue. So the orders were probably a lot less than they would have been. So, and it's a thicker book, so, but, I went ahead and picked it up. I came really late to the game on Walking Dead. I'm kind of picking up some issues. I'm a fan of the show. So again, these all made sense to me. Here's what doesn't make sense to me. Marvel Comics, specifically this video is all about you. I'm not sure. I must have left all my Thor in another stack. So I'm just going to talk about Venom, because when you've got things, and they're cool looking, but when you've got things like this that are a third printing, and all you're doing is the cover is a reprint of the interior art, and your Marvel Comics, this is a money grab to me. I'll get into a whole other thing about how I feel about all these 1,000 variant covers. But, did you need a third printing on this? This comic was already popular at the time. So I think, even that you had a second printing, to me, is odd. But to go third, and and some of these, again, I left my Thor in my comic room, but there's some, I think, that are on fifth printings. I mean, that's just those are other variant covers in my opinion. So Venom 26, which is a third printing, again, it's just a panel from inside. Venom 27, second printing, and I think some of these have already gone to another Donny Cates written book, and there's no relation as far as this is concerned, but I had gotten this in a mystery box from I think Black Cape Comics, and it's a great cover, but it's a third printing, and this was really before I started collecting again, so I'm not really sure why this went to a third printing. But again, Marvel Comics, you have much higher print runs than these independent guys, and I think you set yourselves up for low print runs on purpose, so it sells out, and then you can do probably another variant cover for a second printing and third printings and however many. And then the last little section here, I think they're all independent comics, and they have variant covers that I think that they're different covers. So it's a variant cover. It's not just the same cover with like a different tone to it or color, or a panel from the inside. One of the most popular comics out there right now is It Eats What Feeds It from Scout Comics. I love this book, and I love this different cover for the second printing. I started looking at Scout Comics thanks to Comic Tom and some of the nice things he'd said about them. So I went on their website, and I actually ordered this from their website, and I actually ordered a variant edition of I think of issue 2 from there as well. But it's a completely different looking cover. Another series that I just got into, it's only a 5-issue series. It's called The Goddamned, excuse my language, The Virgin Brides, and I had already picked up issues 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3, and I came across this. I didn't realize I'd even done a second printing, but it's completely different cover. It's kind of like black and white, little monochrome, but it looks nothing like. I thought it was issue 4 when I first grabbed it, and I realized that this is a second printing. And then the other really super popular comic from Boom Studios, and again, big shout out to Boom Studios. They do some great stuff. We Only Find Them When They're Dead. I may have these out of order because I think it lists it on the back or the inside. But this is the second and already third printings of We Only Find Them When They're Dead. A fourth printing is already on order. The funny thing is, I went on to Boom Studios website again, just like I did Scout, and I ordered We Only Find Them When They're Dead cover A's 1, 2, and 3 variants for issue 1 like 6 weeks or 2 months ago. And none of them have arrived because I guess they're going to ship everything to me once everything's printed. So I've got a bunch of really cool comics that still haven't gotten to me yet. But again, these covers, this one more so than this one, the type is obviously much smaller. Those of you who are familiar with this book, you can tell these aren't the first printing. So again, cool thing to do. One of my favorite books right now is 7 Secrets. And this is the second printing of the first issue. And the first issue has, I don't even know how many variants. But I have, I think, three different covers of number 1. And I think this is the 4th cover I have of number 1, and this being the second printing. And I grabbed it because I thought it was another variant of the first printing, not realizing that it already had a second printing. And I'm not sure, they may have gone to a third printing as well. And then another fun comic, this one's from Image, a few of these are from Image, like Spawn, things like that, is Inkblot. And it just seemed like a really interesting fantasy kind of book to me. I'm not really into it. It's fun, but this is the second printing of the first issue. Issue 2, I think, is coming out this week, maybe. But again, very different looking from the main cover. Again, I think it's fun because it looks like a whole new comic, rather than it being just something a little bit different. And then I'm gonna finish up with the second and third printings. I don't even have the first printing of this one, of Ice Cream Man, because this is the one that I think, I don't know what started the multiple printing trends and different covers. It may be, who knows, it may be this book. And, you know, cover, the first printing looks obviously different. It's not a Dr. Seuss spin. This was the one that was out for some time that everybody, like, you know, just loved the way it looked. And I guess because it was so popular, it got snatched up so quick that they went ahead and did a third printing, staying in the same vein of the Dr. Seuss theme. And that's a pretty strange cover, if you ask me. So, you know, these are great books. But again, you know, how many printings do you need? If you know the buzz is there before you go to print, just print more. You're creating, I don't know, I feel like you're creating a bigger demand for books, for variant covers. And again, the video I'm going to do on variant covers is going to be a forever video. It's going to take forever because I have so many variants, and I guess I'm struggling to understand why there's so many. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Again, please look at my Instagram page if you're not here because of my Instagram page, Cocktails and Comics. Please give me a subscribe, give me a like, give me comments about these videos. I'd love to hear from this community about what you want to keep seeing, or want me to not talk about, want me to talk about, what you want me to drink, what you don't want me to drink. Again, thanks everybody for watching. I hope everybody has a great day, and you know, have fun today.